Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button. Hit that notification button and bell so that way you can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to today's video. Now, like I said, in today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into when we're talking about Blueface's mom, Miss Karlissa, Blueface himself, Jada Alexis, and Chrisean Rock. Now, starting off with Blueface's mom, listen, she is going to be her unapologetically. Let's just get that clear, because this lady obviously does not care what comes out of her mouth. Not only was yesterday she putting up messages telling Chrisean Rock that she was on the way and all this other kind of craziness, but today she let go of messages saying that she was related to the Darcy family, which is Chrisean Rock's mom's last name, their I guess her family's last name, and she says that they're related to them and that they need to get the baby tested. And Blueface then had a baby with his cousin, and she thinks that this is a joke. But the way she said it like it was a joke, but it was still to some degree like she was serious, because it's like, why the hell would you even come out and say something like that? In the same breath, you telling Blueface, don't worry about it. You know he's hurting and God is going to have vengeance. Like, why would you even put a message like that out there when you clearly see what your son is doing and was doing on the day that his son was being born? Now, granted, when it comes to Blueface, I know that him and Chrisean Rock are trying to keep their distance or whatever right now. And like she said, she did not invite him to come down there to be a part of the child being delivered and whatnot. But in the same breath, he didn't even make an attempt to go down there or nothing like that. And if anything, he could have either placed a call or, got in contact with somebody of her family or whatnot, or they could have just did basically him going out to Miami and partying and then bringing Jada Alexis down there and really trying to turn up and really trying to it's like he's trying to convince people that he's all about Jada Alexis. And here's my thing. You may be all about Jada Alexis right now, but what you should have been was about Jada Alexis this whole entire time, and you wouldn't be in the pickle that you're in right now. You want to keep talking about how you've been with Jada Alexis for 10 plus years. You want to keep telling us how she's never been with no other man but you and all this other kind of stuff. Even if that is true, because I'm not 100% sure, but even if that is true, why did it take all of this for you to realize that she was the one for you? You went and played with so many other women. You turned Chrisean Rock into your woman. She's going on interviews with you. Everywhere that you go, she is right there. And I get it. To me, is both of the women are equal in this, as well as Blueface, because they all knew what they were getting into. Maybe in the beginning, Chrisean Rock didn't really know what the heck was going on, but after a while, and you figure out like he got a kid, he's about to have a child. He was there for the birth of his second child, and he was with Chrisean Rock. So I don't understand why he couldn't be at this one unless she really was adamant about him not being there. And he got his feelings so hurt that he decided to take the lady who he is with, which is Jada Alexis, down to Miami and to wash away their sorrows with getting intoxicated and partying. That's what I think really happened, because no real man, regardless if he's getting along with the baby mama or not, wants to miss the birth of their child. And at the end of the day, even if he already has two children, it still doesn't matter. This is a child that is his, and this is a child that I keep expressing. If the parents don't care about how they look, at the end of the day, you have to know that this child is going to definitely be looking at both of his parents and being like, this is how you guys were? Like, this crazy. And I hope that the child doesn't think that this is normal. I'm hoping that he will realize that this is not normal. And I'm hoping that Chrisean Rock can get herself good enough to where she can take care of this baby on her own and with her family and the people she feel closest to as her friends and stuff, and bring him up in a good, positive way. Do not let him be brought up like how you guys were brought up, if you want to claim that that was bad, because some, I'm not sure how their upbringing, well, we know how Blueface's upbringing was, but you hear kind of mixed stories about Chrisean Rock. I do know that it was a lot of them. Her mother had a lot of children and stuff like that, but she just needs to make sure that herself is okay, and then make sure that she's all right to be, taking care of this baby, because the baby is here now. There's no giving back. There's no taking back, none of that. Now you have to move forward and make sure that you are doing the best that you can for your child. That child will get older, and that child will see all of this foolishness. And I just hope that hopefully by then Blueface will have been in a better position to where he can talk to his child and address, certain things with his child. And maybe Chrisean Rock and Blueface by then will be in a much, much better place to where when the child does see, old footage of his parents and whatnot, it won't even matter. But as far as the most part, it seems like right now she's in a good, happy space, which is good. I know that she didn't want Blueface down there, but I don't know. A real dude would have got his butt down there. And if the lady was real, then the lady would have told him, which would have been in Jada. She would have told him that he needed to be down there. Granted, they could have both went to Baltimore where she was having her child, and Jada could have been in the hotel. Blueface could have went to the hospital or tried to at least made an attempt to go see the child. And then if he would have still got shut down, he would have still got shut down. But at least he would have made an attempt to see the child. And then him and Jada could have went back and went and did what they did. But at least he would have looked like he tried, or at least attempted to try. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't attempt anything. They were down there in Miami living it up, having their best life while Chrisean was giving birth. And I know, like I said, they're in a bad whatever right now, but he still could have at least made an attempt to go down there and to go see the birth of his son, or, made arrangements for face calling, something. He could have did anything, and he didn't do any of that. The only thing he did was focus on Jada Alexis. And like I told y'all yesterday, he's only focusing on Jada Alexis right now. And maybe this is true. Maybe he will take his total whatever, focus on her, and maybe he will finally get married to her. But as of right now, I just see him really focusing on her because he knows that the baby is here and that he's going to have to be, paying for the baby and most likely going back and forth to see the child at some point. If it's not going to be now, at some point he's going to have to. So it's like, let me make her as happy as I can right now. Yeah, I may have messed up, but I mean, the whole relationship, both of them was a mess up. He could have did better with both women, and he wouldn't have been in the predicament that he's in right now. We're trying to piggyback and trying to really, double up. And I hope that everything does work out for Jada Alexis, because you stuck around this long. I know she ain't gonna leave right now, especially now that the baby is here. It's like, now I feel like she's just now getting things that she's wanted probably the whole time. And the things that she's seen Chrisean Rock getting, probably other women before her, she's now feeling like she's reciprocating what she was supposed to have gotten. So I don't see her going anywhere. I see her holding on for the long run. And I just, hey, hope that everything works out for all three of these parties. But I know that that was quite sad what Miss Karlissa said.
It doesn't help when you have people like this Nia Darcy who decided to inbox or DM Miss Clarissa and tell her that she's, her last name is Darcy, and that they are how she described them, and that they all might be related and such. Now, this Nia Darcy comes from Basketball Wives, and I think she was only on there for like 1 or 2 seasons, maybe even 1.5 seasons, but her and her sister got into a lot of drama, so it's typical that she's gonna reach out and says what she says. But anyways, y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video respectfully.